I'm just a pest.
You're not a pest.
No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
You're not.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
Oh, good lord. You know what? I'm done. I'm cleaning my hands of you. I'm done. Wingman out.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
He actually liked it.
This guy, he gets off on this.
Yes, he does.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down.
And it would have caused a shock, causing...
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course,
He hit the
you know
pillar.
that too,
He
right?
hit the pillar first. He did a crash landing. Doesn't matter, Nekomaru's... He hit the pillar first. He ran out of the bud. He crashed within the pillar.
I see!
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Yep, that explains the blood.
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Yes, your gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
That's actually true as well. We don't even know who the killer is. We don't even have a clue.
Then what about the alarm?
Oh yeah, the alarm.
I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m., and if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
It's never going to get old.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
That is now stuck. Baby Gangsta is stuck on you forever. Oh my god, I love it.
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Okay.
Nah, that's impossible. 'Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Now that you mention it, so did I.
And me, and Chiaki.
There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m. And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
Right.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
Because of his clock chest.
That's what I want to know.
After another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't catch up. I can't check that time like this. Just a little more, and I'll be able to reach that truth. There should definitely be a clue to break through the confusion. Okay, then, Fukihiro, I guess?
We headed for Grape Tower.
Or
Before
wall clock
7 a.m., I am certain.
Okay.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, they didn't.
That's gotta be it!
It has to be.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m.
Right.
The alarm inside Nekomaru's was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because
His time of death and one of those must be an...
The killer probably did. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Or not that one.
Damn it!
The wall clock. Oh,
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m. I am certain.
clock alarm
The alarm
timer.
inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because
His time of death and one of those must...
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Rotating
That's
clock.
gotta be it!
So many clocks.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Good night, bud.
Before
Heroes
7
accounts,
a.m.
wall
I am
clock.
certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
Fukihiro
His time of
accounts.
death and the time the bot... One of those must...
The killer probably... They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Or not that one. Okay,
Damn it!
I'm trying to think.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m. I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Or not that one either.
Crap!
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Or not that one either.
Crap!
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m. I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest
Contact elevator. No.
was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm,
Rotating
right?
clock.
His time of death and one of those must...
The killer probably did some They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Oh, there we go. Got it.
No, that's wrong.
I knew it was Akane. I knew it was Akane's one. I just wasn't 100% sure.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
Radio clock. Okay. I always wondered what it was. I never read it right.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
No, we had a budget open.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
Same with you guys, the alarm clock.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
And?
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
Well, he had nothing better to do.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
Which was?
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
We all heard the thump at the same time. What time was the thump?
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
He's blushing. Oh my god.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Woof. The timer clock. We all heard a thump. That was clearly Nekomaru waking up and bumping on the hang. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistaking that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we were overlooking something? Maybe we were mistaken something? If I focus and think, I should be able to find out the answer to the mystery. Oh great, another surfboarding one. Time for the surfboarding! And away we go on another exciting episode of Wacky Racers. Oh god. Oh god. Woo! Okay, speed her up. Question 1. What did Hajime and the others mistake? Where the murder happened? The time the murder happened? The time in the building? Yep, got it. Oh god, what? Slide cross. And to the left. Take it back now. Oh, that's new. And annoying. What? I hit that! Bullshit. I call the bulls and the shits. Yeah. There we go. Got it this time, even though I did get it the first time. Question the second. Which clock was tampered with? Nekomaru's clock? No, the building clocks. There we go. Got it. Gotcha! Time to jump it. Oh, God. That's just crazy. Oh, no. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Woo! Question the third. Which house had the wrong wrong time? Grape house, strawberry house, I want to say? No! Neither? Both houses. Oh, that's it. There was a... I'm usually too used to seeing just one. No, there's 3 options now. Both houses. Woo! Go! I did it.
It's all coming together.
I've got it all together now.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But one of them had the right... No, they all had the wrong time. One of them had the right time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
All the clocks. All the clocks. All the clocks.
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
Yep.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
And plus we couldn't tell because there wasn't any light or day, so we couldn't tell what day, what time it was, especially with the announcements as well.
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right. That's the main problem. I need to check. They know the alarm went off. We heard the thump at the same time. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach that truth in one go. I think I know. The alarm clock. clock alarm timer.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Yes.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Yes, there is.
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
We did!
It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
Or a great thump.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Okay, now those answers are lined up with the alarm clock, so...
If the time in the building was...
If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Akane heard it.
I agree with that.
She heard the thump, so we have a witness. She has ears like a hawk.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Yeah, we thought it was an earthquake.
Rumbling?
You have to heard it.
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Yep.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it.
Uh-huh. It would have been a loud thump.
It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
You did, when you woke up for the alarm.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
You didn't?
Huh?
You didn't hear that.
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
Then, yeah, Nagito never heard it.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
Really?
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
Okay.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
So we're 2 hours behind.
Huh? You can tell?
She went to the lounge, didn't she?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge. Excellent work, Akane!
Okay. So now we've got the time. We are 2 hours off. We're 2 hours off.
I see! Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30.
Yep.
And if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30...
Then we're 2 hours behind.
that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
Yep.
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Not at all.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
So we couldn't tell what time it was.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Okay. Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
Right.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
What the time the killer allowed using... Okay. If they were trying to... The alarm clock. Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
Right.
How did they use it?
We all get up at the same time.
We were required to go to Grape Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
Yes, we were.
But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
It would mess up our schedules.
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
Yeah.
That's right. In doing so, The killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
And then, BAM!
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
It was already 7 a.m.
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
That's right.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep.
At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Taichi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Yeah, what are the words? Jeez, how Aruzi? I hardly didn't expect everyone to drop Monokuma Taichi. We all dropped it. We weren't here on time. But it turns out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
We were late and we did not get on time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it?
You gave it away?
What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
I don't know what the saying you're looking for is.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
I guess.
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
You're wrong, we're all wrong.
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Can we just get on with the case?
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
It has? Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
The alarm clock, who was there?
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You were there, so you saw him and you can't be the murderer.
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
The alarm clock.
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is.
It was the alarm clock to wake up.
If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Okay, I was sleeping.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now.
You guys were all together.
The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Nagito?
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell? Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Who? Who wouldn't do that? Okay, my options are... who was it then? Who was there? Nagito?
You're the only one!
Nagito wasn't
The
there.
one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
Yeah, the Three Stooges.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy.
What were you doing?
You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
Something. There, he said something.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
Connie, calm down.
If I may be frank,
And you may.
even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
How?
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You didn't? He couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me.
She couldn't hear it either.
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House,
Where were you, Sonia?
but I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean,
It
everyone
is.
else heard it.
Everyone, where were you then?
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
You too? Where were you two? Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it,
But
it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
why?
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Okay. Give me a second. Nagito, Sonia, Chiaki. So Nagito, Chiaki, Sonia. What do the three have in common? Their rooms! They all had deluxe rooms! Nagito got lucky and got a deluxe room. Sonia got a deluxe room. Chiaki got a deluxe room. Who was the other person who got a deluxe room then? This could be okay, it's the deluxe rooms then. Oh god, not the reading, not the spelling. Okay, it's deluxe rooms. Not that way, okay. So many X's. Okay, E then. Deluxe rooms. God damn it all! And I need an S. Gotcha! Deluxe rooms!
I got it!
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right?
So who's the fourth one?
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided by quality groups. Okay. Deluxe rooms are super proof and have extended air inside. So the deluxe rooms must be soundproof.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
It's because you couldn't.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation.
So you can't. It's soundproof. And I kind of want that for my room now. Deluxe soundproof room so I can be as loud as I want.
You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Shut up!
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Okay, then who didn't have a deluxe room then? Me, Gundam, Akane, Fukihiro, Kazuki. Wait. Akane, me. Where was Gundam staying?
Oh, hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Because I remember everyone else, but the only one I don't remember is Gundam. Fukihiro, okay, I think Fukihiro had a normal standard room. I know for a fact Cosme would have a normal standard room. Nekomaru didn't really care. I got like a really dumb standard room, same as Akane.
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
I'm pretty sure Gundam got the deluxe room because Sonya made a comment about the hamsters?
Decisive factor?
Who had a deluxe room? Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito's means. Yes! If the killer, like Sonya and Nagito never heard it, and Chiaki as well. So Chiaki and Sonya in Great Tower, they did not hear it. And they were with us. Nagito never heard it because he was in Strawberry Tower in a deluxe room. Who in Strawberry Tower had a deluxe room and heard the alarm go off? The killer almost amongst us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. I think it's Gundam.
You're the only one! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
What room did you have?
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What room were you staying in?
What's wrong with that?
If I recall correctly, I think you were staying in a deluxe room.
If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Hear what?
The alarm. The thump.
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
I knew it.
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it.
Uh-huh.
So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Huh? Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time.
Were you?
That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Or am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
I don't think he does. Unless it's nonsense about him being the overlord and that.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
You were outside like a guard dog.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
Yep, you did.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
No, they couldn't.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
Yep.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
Already waiting, plotting, and getting things ready for their dastardly plan.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Blocking their way back.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off.
Yep.
And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Not at all.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Just like us.
Yep.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because I was in the lounge.
You were in the way. Way to go, baby gangsta.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
This part was voice acted before. Never mind. Don't go making all that noise all of a sudden.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out.
True.
That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but...
But it didn't go that way.
How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Come on, spill the beans.
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
I don't, 1, 2, 3, so I would say 4, 6, 8, 10 ears altogether.
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears.
I mean, okay.
That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
They're just hamsters.
Is that your argument?
Because it's not a solid one.
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence.
You are panicking right now.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm.
Really?
That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Is it?
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
A little too perfect.
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
Mm-hmm.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway.
And out of all of us here, you're the most suspicious.
So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
I kind of agree with Nagito. He's the most suspicious out of all of us. And frankly, I hate trying to talk his words. It's just so annoying.
You know, Hajime,
Now what?
this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Is it?
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
I'd like to know that too.
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce.
What's a farce?
Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Youch.
Seriously, let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
I mean, you already look like you've got poor health as it is. You're skinny as a skeleton.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you.
But what? What happened?
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder.
More than usual.
What actually happened? Did you discover something?
What did he discover?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Okay.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on. We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
Okay, what's his rebuttal? My hamsters told me to do it.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Oh.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption.
Oh?
In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
And we come to my least favorite part of the class trials that I know I will dislike. The frickin' rhythm bullet hell type of thing game.
Since the beginning?
Yep.
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor.
Yes.
From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
But you finished the final dead room and you got in there. You found the way, you found the truth. You could have just climbed up.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator.
Yes, it did.
Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House.
No.
For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
Yeah, you could have climbed.
And what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
No, you could just find the secret passageway.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
It is decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. With something that is obviously wrong, that Gwen clearly is burned. There's such a thing as Look, it's obvious. There's a secret panel in the Monokuma little room. Here it comes, my least favorite thing to do in this game. Or no, it's the truth bullets. Superheroes account.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
No, they did not have an
There
accomplice.
was a secret passageway.
That's it!
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
The secret passageway, okay.
That elevator was the only means of travel between. As long as that your assumption.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot
Since I was at there's no question that
It would have been different.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Nope, that ain't it, but it's definitely secret passageway.
that elevator was
Radio
the
clock,
only means
no.
of travel between the two
Broken
houses.
doorknob, no. Good
As
night,
long
bye.
as that
Computers
elevator was
account.
broken.
Wall clock.
Your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at there's no question that the following crime is.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
That ain't it either, but it's secret passageway.
That elevator was the only means of travel. As long as that your
No,
assumption.
wait,
Plus,
I
the
need to
elevator
copy
broken
it.
at Grape House.
if the killer cannot
Since I was at there's no question that the
It would have been different if they had.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Got it!
How
Secret
much
passageway.
longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Nope. Secret passageway, this is
That
perfect.
elevator was the only means of travel between the
No,
two
it
houses.
wasn't! Booyah!
No, that's wrong.
Gotcha! I always forget about the copying ability.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Isn't that right, Nagito?
Such a method does not exist.
Oh, it does.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
That be Nagito.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
The secret passageway.
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
Hey, stop! You son of a...
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
You know, this reserve card student is doing much more better than your little friends of hope. I'm better than them at all. I should have been... Now it's sounding...
After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Okay.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Yep.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Infinity Unlimited Flame? Okay.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
Okay.
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion.
Really?
If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
Gundam. Just accept it, you did it.
There's no way I can stop.
What did you say?
I'm not gonna stop.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I think he's gotta go hulking out. Okay, let's do this again. Time to slice some words to ribbons. I want to go broken doorknob, clock. This one. I don't know, but I'm gonna guess it.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, You could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion.
This is so weird doing it this way.
Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Okay.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Did I do it?
I can't back down!
Okay. Cross swords. No! Oh, what the fuck? I pressed the...
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Okay, let's try this now.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Okay, I don't need to do the sword thing, but okay.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
The key that dwells into the light? Are you talking about Kingdom Hearts or the Keyblade? The key which dwells in the light? It's Keyblade time!
Know the limits of your own reasoning! Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
The what?
Allow me to cut through those words!
How is the wire? I don't...
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
I don't get how this was gonna be a clue, but okay, I'll take it. Wire.
The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower.
Uh-huh.
Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The Octagon.
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
Yep.
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Okay.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Yes. No.
It seems this is the end.
At long last.
Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Okay, there's a first. Go for it, Nagito.
Hey, what are you...
Just let him have it.
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
I don't know, but that was kind of weird seeing it from the outsider's view instead of trying to put together the manga.
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded.
Okay.
They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
That is very true.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
God.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
I feel like they just said, fuck it, we're not even gonna make a manga panel for this bit. We're just gonna have it as is. We're gonna have the weird kid do it.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
You didn't.
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
You can't fight?
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
That is a very good point.
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
We don't?
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet.
Okay, then finish!
I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
Yeah, now I'm Nagito, good fucking lord.
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
And how are you going to do that?
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
True.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
Right.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied.
Okay, what?
Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat.
Can we just get to the execution already?
First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
Uh-huh.
You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to accept it. Then, just as you request, I will prove my analysis that they'll leave no chance to... Do we go to the thing I don't like now? It's the thing I don't like now. Oh god. Oh wow, this is...
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire!
Tanaka Empire.
Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire!
Just gotta get a rhythm going.
Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire!
Oh god.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you!
Just
for the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied!
This is getting so annoying.
Show me the cadaver!
Okay,
It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
Okay, note that.
Danganronpa.